welcome and thank you for watching Cooking with Ash. I hope you guys are enjoying all the amazing recipes I have been posted. If you're loving those recipes, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button below. I've prepared an amazing recipe for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get right into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with Ash. Today we will be making some boil and fry. These are the ingredients we will be using. So here I have some sweet potato, cassava, yellow plantain, and some breadfruit. So to prepare, this is the starting of it. We're gonna put these to boil, and with some salt in the water. Obviously you can use more sweet potato, more cassava, more plantain, breadfruit, whatever, however you prefer. You can always adjust the amount, and you just increase the portion in the recipe, like spices and whatever else I add. So we're gonna start with the steaming of this while we prepare our other ingredients. Also we'll be adding some Duff to our boil and fry. So I'm going to show you how we prepare our Duff, and the other ingredients we will chop up to make to fry up our boil and fry. So I'll see you guys when we start the preparation of the Duff. So we have a pot here with water boiling. I'm going to go ahead and add some salt to this water, and it's about maybe a teaspoon and a half. And I'm going to go ahead and add our cassava and our sweet potato to this water. Remember, the plantain boils faster, and I'm lost. And the breadfruit, it boils faster than the cassava. So we're gonna start off with the cassava. We're gonna let this boil like for about 5 minutes or so. Then we're gonna add our sweet potato. So we're gradually adding our ingredients that we're using, our provisions, to the cooking process of it. So cassava takes longer to boil, so we're gonna start off with the cassava. Probably about in 5 to 6 minutes I'll add the sweet potato, and then I'll add the plantain and the breadfruit and my Duff. So I'm gonna see you guys back as I gradually add our provision to our boiling water. So guys, this is how we're gonna make our fluffy Duff. I don't know if you guys put Duff in your boil and fry, but I know it's for me growing up, it's essential. My mom always put Duff in our boil and fry, or she would put it in her soup, and honestly that's one of my most favorite thing I look forward for. So here we have some flour, butter, baking powder, salt, sugar, and water. So I'm just gonna mix the butter in goes our baking powder, our salt, or sugar, and I'm just mixing everything in. And our best mixing tool is our hand for these things. And my water that I'm using, it's lukewarm. So I'm gonna start gradually add my water to this and combine it into a dough. And we're now looking for a stiff dough or a too sticky dough. I would say like a roti consistency dough, but again, everybody makes their roti dough a little different, so not too sticky, not too stiff, because we're looking for some nice soft fluffy dough. And I'm gradually adding our water. The water portion I'm using, I'm gonna list in the description, but again guys, like I always say, it depends on where you live, the texture of your flour, because all flour texture is different. So I bring back the other dough, and I'm bringing everything together. How do you guys like your boil and fry? Leave a comment. What do you serve it up with? I know most people serve it up with saltfish or some sort of curry or stew. I love saltfish with it, but I'm not doing it with saltfish. I'm gonna stew up some fish. But leave a comment below and let me know. Love your feedbacks and how you guys prefer your Duff, your boil and fry, what you prefer it with. So my dough is a little bit too sticky. I'm just gonna gradually add a little bit of flour to make it less sticky. And that's perfectly fine for me. That's what I'm looking for, guys. See, I poke my finger and it comes back up. That's the perfect dough. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna take a damp paper towel, or you could use a kitchen towel, a damp kitchen towel, and cover this and let it rest until they're ready for our pot, probably about in the next 10 minutes or so. I like to knead it ahead and leave it, let it rest. So I'm gonna come back and show you guys when we're gonna add this to our pot. So guys, it's been about 6 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my sweet potato to this pot, and I'm gonna go ahead and add our breadfruit. And I'm gonna let those boil down until they're like soft. Then I'm gonna add my plantain, because the yellow plantain it doesn't take long to cook. As soon as it hit the water, it's gonna start swell up and it's gonna finish. So I'm gonna add that and my Duff around the same time. So see you guys then. So these are the other ingredients we will be using to fry up our boil and fry when it's finished. So I have here 1 Wiri pepper, some scallion, onion, cilantro, 1 Maggi vegetable cube. I have here some of my green seasoning, some tomato, and I'm using this. It's the Flavor Mate garlic and herb seasoning. So when my provision finish boiling, these are the ingredients we will use to fry it up. So I'll see you guys back then. Guys, our Duff been resting now for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna form it into a shape because it's gonna be ready to go. Our water is gonna be ready for it shortly. So I don't know how you guys do your Duff. If you do it wrong, if you do it long way, there is different variation of it. It depends on what I'm cooking. That's how I form my Duff. So I'm gonna go ahead and form it this way, like a long way. And what I'm basically doing, I'm just adding a little flour to my hand. I'm cutting the dough to the size I want, and I'm just forming it into a log, I would say. I'm just dusting my hand lightly with some flour so it doesn't like stick too much to my hand. The traditional way to do it in Guyana, you form it this way. Other countries call it dumpling. We call it Duff in Guyana. And I'm in America and I still call it Duff. This by itself tastes delicious with some nice stewed saltfish, curry, or eat it just as it is because it's delicious just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble these, and I'm gonna show you when we drop it in our pot. So guys, my water is ready for my plantain and my Duff, and this is how I know the other provisions are already starting to, you see that, how quick the knife went through? So it's almost there, boiling wise. Everybody prefer their provision differently. Some people boil it very soft, really soft. Some leave it a little bit with a little bit of texture. I like mine with a little bit of texture. I went ahead and add my plantain there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add our Duff. Just remember, guys, I like my cassava really soft. But remember, the plantain don't take long to boil. So that and the Duff should finish in the same time. So I'm going to drop my Duff one at a time into the pot. You see that they're already floating up already, the Duff. You see the plantain is already floating up too, because it's a ripe plantain, so it doesn't take long to boil. Look at the Duff. They're gonna start spoofing up and swell up really nice. Exactly how I like it. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, I'm gonna get my pot with my oil ready, because I want to sear the Duff a little bit before I mix it, fry it up with all the other ingredients. So I'm gonna come back and show you guys that. So guys, this is what our Duff look like. It's been about 5 minutes now that it's in the pot. It's ready to come out. So I'm just gonna pull them out. Look how fluffy and nice they are. Yummy. And we're gonna fry these up before we actually boil and fry it with all the other ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and strain my other provision out of the pot too now, because they're ready to come out. So I'm gonna see you guys when I'm frying this up. So guys, we have some oil heating up here. We're gonna go in and add our Duff, and remember, the Duff had water in it, so it might pitch a little bit, so be careful. So pretty much we're trying to fry the Duff, like let it get a little crispy outside, or what says sear it up. I'm trying to have everything fit in the pan. Anyway, it looks like I gotta do 2 sets. So I'm gonna let it sear on one side, then I'm gonna flip it around. Don't try to turn it too much because you don't want to break it up. So I'm gonna come back and show you the color we're looking for. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and flip these over. You see that nice golden brown color it's achieving. You can, if you want it browner, you can leave it to go browner. It's up to you, your preference. This is fine for me. There you have it. I'm going to see you guys back when I'm ready to fry up this with all the other provisions. So guys, we're going to go ahead, and we have some oil heating up. We're going to go ahead and fry up our ingredients that we have. I'm adding everything to the pot. Those are Maggi vegetable cubes, and our garlic and herb seasoning. And again, everything I'm using will be listed in the description box below, along with the measurements. What I forgot to mention, I'm going to put some fresh basil leaves in here. So in goes our basil. And I'm going to go ahead and add our provision to this now. And I'm going to mix this in. Look at the beautiful colors. Oh, and this smells amazingly good. This with some nice stew or fish curry or saltfish, can't go wrong. It's an amazing comfort food. And I just tasted it for salt. For me, it has enough salt, so I'm not gonna add any more salt. I'm letting this fry a little bit, and now I'm gonna go ahead and add our dough that we previously prepared. And I'm gonna work everybody in together. I want everybody nicely mixed in and get all the spice. And there you have it, guys. Our boil and fry. Our Guyanese style boil and fry with all our provisions. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Please share the recipe. Click the bell icon for all the new videos I will be updating. You would get notification on that. Also, please share the video. And please like and subscribe so you can see more of these amazing videos of my delicious food that I prepare.